distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, friends and enemies. What impact does what happened to them have upon us?
The average school in America do not know how to educate. They've been too damn busy indoctrinating, and there's a difference between education and indoctrination.
First of all, we have Chief Bratton. Dr. Rowe will call him for the orders and get started.
All black.
And we just want to stay as close as possible. Questions will be good information as we get to it today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please, for one single line. No parent will be left behind. We only want your body.
We're not going to stand for it. I was a tank commander during World War II. I defended some of you people at Norman in Utah. I was there. And we ain't going to let nobody come in here illegal and tell me. And I was born on this side of the damn fence, not the other side. And just to deliberately, and I'll be willing to bet them tools in Mexico right now, rather than the United States.
All right, now,
we would like to discuss this.
Was there another announcement you made?
Thanking everyone for your prayers and any donations that were made. And they just are hoping that their 6-year-old will have a complete and full recovery. And it's unfortunate that we have had these incidents happen in our community, but we're here today to talk about how we can make change to keep these type of incidents from happening. Thank you very much.
All right, without any further ado, Chief William Bratton, would you please give him a big round of applause?
Put him in jail.
And then we'll just move it along. And then let me just say this. After we make our presentation, we'd like to keep everything brief and to the point, then we'll open it up. But please, let's get through this first.
Ethnic differences. And we must all work to the best of our ability to try to prevent that because it brings so much tragedy. We are committed to it. And one of the ways we are committed to it is in the population of the LAPD to have representation of all areas of the community. And at this time, our population actually reflects the population of the city. We have, in a city that is now about 10 or 11% African American, we have about 13% of our department is African American. In a city that is growingly more diverse all the time, our Latino population, population base of Latino officers from various backgrounds.
It's that Harbor case. Within 16 hours, we made 2 arrests in that Harbor case. And it's because, you know, my people were focused and they're that good. But one thing I believe in is bringing in resources. We put almost a task force together to solve those cases because you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that, period, in this city. You know, and we couldn't stop the initial act, but we definitely can bring 2 people to justice, and we filed 9 counts against each suspect.
Make that 5. So you know the rules. Be brief. Najee Ali, Project Islamic Hope.
I want to congratulate Eddie, Earl, and specifically to everyone for the leadership on this issue. Chief Bratton, real quick. You've angered many people in the black community, along with Mayor Virgosa, downplaying the racial aspect in these shootings. But my question is to you, sir, based on the facts that the district attorney and the U.S. Attorney's Office have prosecuted several Latino gangs, not just in L.A., but Highland Park, Florence Firestone, and Harbor Gateway. Those are hate crimes. There are some are saying that this is a hate war brewing. My opinion is it's not a race war because we only have Latino gangs targeting and shooting innocent African Americans. We have no ties to gangs whatsoever. So my question to you, Chief Bratton, will you finally acknowledge that there is ethnic cleansing going on against innocent black people in some communities based on the Mexican mafia giving those orders, which has been well documented in the LA Times and other books, as well as CNN covering this? As you, the chief, will you acknowledge that there is ethnic cleansing going on in some neighborhoods in the city of Los Angeles, sir?
I will not acknowledge that. You should not be using that term, ethnic cleansing.
About genocide.
It is understandable when an African American life is.
And Parker came. It is alleged that he went down south and got the Ku Klux Klan here and put them on the force. We know that we are not protected from the police department because of the fact somebody has come to the conclusion that black lives are not worth it, that other lives. The problem is, you know what the problem is, illegality. We got 35 million illegals in this country. You know that. Go down Slauson at Ruth Helen and see how many standing on the corner with illegality written all over. We don't have to take a rocket scientist to determine whether these people are illegal or whether this is a hate crime. No, it doesn't take that. All of this. And somebody got on TV the other day, well, this is not a hate crime because the Latinos, they are crying too. Who talked to the Latinos? They don't show up. Yeah, who talking to them? They are here. And let them kill one white person. Let them make a mistake and shoot one white person. They'll clean them all.
What's happening? So we can hear you. Was at Alert Park, and it was black and brown. Blacks who said reparations should be on the forefront and not amnesty. And we had a parade permit. We had a permit to be in the park with our PA system and everything else. And the LAPD would not do that, you know why? Because Latinos said, we will not allow them into the park. And the LAPD said haze and haze, and there's also a big haze in the park also. Haze and haze. If you try to go to the park, those Latinos will beat you down, beat you up, and hurt you. We don't want that to happen. So we will not permit you to go to the park. Hayes and Hayes and the other people said, we're going to go despite the fact that this may be our last day in South Central. And so we were arrested. But that proved beyond a reasonable doubt that LAPD sided with criminals, violating our constitutional rights to participate in a public assembly. Illegal alien. And sided and arrested those who wanted to do that. And that was the most important impression in this city that would ever be taken. The law required the LAPD to arrest those people who were preventing us from taking care of our constitutional rights. I got the law, talked about the law, to keep it every state several times. But that convinced the people in the hood, this neighborhood is none other, that when it comes to a conflict of progress of blacks and browns, browns will always succeed. Now
in our community.
Well, you need to ask the Hispanics start deporting these illegal aliens that are killing them.
Hispanics how to keep our kids safe.
Sir, wait,
Sir, you brother.
It's true.
You know,
Chief Bratton.
enforcing the law.
Najee raised an issue. It is about our black children right now, and it is about our black community. Now, you said there is no ethnic cleansing going on, but we definitely have documentation of our elected officials being ousted by immigration, incompetent, Linwood, Carson. We have our schools, our elderly people being eminent domain and wiped out, our voting power, our elders who are protected under Prop 13, where their taxes are only $300 to $600. Right here on Western, between 48th and 46th, Western and 30, and St. Andrews, because of immigration, they took their property because they weren't getting enough property taxes. Those are our voting powers in our community in Bratton and Chief Park's district. This is ethnic cleansing. And now our children, our hospitals in the black community, from King to Daniel Freeman, and now Centinela, illegals. That is ethnic cleansing when it's only in the black community that this is happening. And now our children, and I've been around the world being a musician. I've seen different countries, and I've been to different states. Do you understand that? This needs to be brought basically to the world court. Because it's only black folks right now in the United Nations where we are being ethnically cleansed, genocide, we are being murdered, coming up missing. Even when I worked in Sinbad in Mexico, a lot of parents were coming up missing. He changed his venue to Aruba. So this is ethnic cleansing in our community. From our leadership, all the way down to our children. To our children.
Okay,
and you keep backing us against the wall. You keep backing us against the wall, and there's not too far for us to go.
We have 5 minutes.
And the results are not going to be nice.
Yes, sir.